All right.
Yo.
Yeah, I just had to take a nap.
Okay, sweet. Okay, got it fixed. All right, go to Mirror Park and then go to Bo's house and just follow the road and like 3 houses down. I'll be outside.
Okay, I'll see you in a sec.
Yeah.
It's dangerous, man. I don't know if this car's gonna turn. This actually turns better. To be real, this turns better than the Lampadati. Like, for real. But I'm second guessing myself because of how ass that car was driving earlier. I'm actually scared to like take turns. They got me fucking braking way more than I need to.
Yes, sir. Park it up, brother. Park it up.
All right, let me get a little park. All right. Whew.
All right.
Oh shit.
Promise me that you'll keep this between you and me. And I'm only showing you this because I know this is your whole thing, and I know that you're very passionate, as am I slowly becoming. And I think it'd be healthy for us to share notes.
Okay.
While we share the space.
Okay.
And there's never really a realm where we would fuck each other over anyway. So what's the harm in helping each other out when we can?
Okay, that sounds cool.
Right?
What are we talking about here? I mean,
I'll show you.
Serious.
I'll show you.
It's very serious.
No, I'm just wanting to make sure.
Hey, you got my word.
You know that.
Yeah, I mean, you already know.
All right.
You know you're talking about.
I'm sure you have people already helping you, telling you things, showing you stuff. So I don't even know if I'm necessary, but I'm needed. But the thing is, I lack any rep with the guy up north. So does my associates.
Oh.
So I might need a hand buying an odd thing or two, if something, poofs or whatever. Maybe you can help me buy it for me, and I'll just give you some money for it.
Okay.
For example, a heater fucking broke earlier, and now I'm gonna get a new one.
Oh my. Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah,
let me show you. Come on.
Cool. Yeah.
Welcome to my house.
Dude, sick already. Fuck. I know these are expensive, so.
Yeah, it's not bad. So this looks like a very simple, small.
Oh my god, how quaint.
Place, right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, follow me.
Oh.
Actually, why don't you go ahead and lead first? So go ahead and hop on the box to your left. Let the door close behind you.
Sure.
And then step back down and after the door closes, and then hop over the barrel.
Oh. Oh.
I'm coming.
Wow, and it expands just like that.
Yep. And you might think, oh, interesting. This is not a bad place,
Okay, nice little office.
Right? It's not that bad. Well, luckily for you, we also have a nice, beautiful bathroom. Now, I'm not here to share a shower with you. We might have to step into the jacuzzi together if you don't mind.
Of course. Sure.
Yeah.
After you.
Follow me.
Oh. Huh? Holy shit! Wow.
Yeah.
Holy. Oh.
So, welcome to the landing.
Oh, right,
There's gonna be some storage here. And let me show you what I got going on over here, my friend.
Oh, there's some airflow down here. Oh. What do we have here?
Yeah.
Oh, holy macaroni. Look at this.
Nice, right?
Good shit.
It's its own climate, its own atmosphere.
Yeah, the
I'm still
ventilation's
trying to
fantastic.
figure out the biome here with the fans and the circulation and
I'm
things.
sure it's gonna take time. Yeah. Okay, this is.
I had some heating problems earlier, so.
Okay, you have plenty of space to expand though. This is really good.
Yeah, so the goal is, in my mind, to house 6 of these in here, then create walkways above the tanks. Like as you can see back here, there's a gap between the wall and the thing.
I see. Okay.
So just in case you didn't know, the tank and the heater are attached to the plot, and they're stuck like that. So you have to rotate the plot in order to kind of fit it into your space.
Okay, and when you're buying it all,
so
you're getting it as like one unit, or
no, you buy them all separate. So you buy the heater, you buy the control pad, you buy the
sure
table, you buy the sink.
Properly.
Yeah, so I did it like this, and then the next one slots into the other one, like a zipper.
I see it. Okay.
Essentially, the plan is to put a walkway above these tanks and then put drying racks alongside the wall above the tanks, you know?
Okay, that makes sense. And there's
No,
ventilation.
I
up there,
only
that's
bought
good.
one medium so far just to kind of see what it looks like, because like I said, I'm new to the
Space
game,
it
you know?
out. Yeah.
I'm gonna get some bigger ones. I'm gonna get the whole thing, but this is the
Yeah.
start of it.
The small
I'd
ones
have
are
to
good
buy,
too.
like,
I really like the small ones for like just yeah. I don't know. They're just
yeah, I mean, I think the bigger one is not as efficient as two medium ones.
wait. There's an even bigger one.
Yeah, there's a
I
bigger
remember
one than
seeing
that.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think two mediums is better than one big one.
That would
For
okay.
example.
Yeah. That,
Yeah, that's what I was
that
told.
can make sense.
I
That
don't
can
know.
make sense. I mean, I don't know what the cost is though.
Yeah, so
I
the
haven't bought
blueprint
one.
for the medium one is 7.5.
I remember. Okay, so that's actually
and you can make
cheaper.
and you can make 5 of those. And then the big one is 12.5 K blueprint. I assume you can make also
I
5.
think the medium blueprint used to be 15K.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Well,
it was
thank
crazy.
God.
So okay, cool. Yeah, you're
yeah.
definitely gonna have to fucking. I mean, with
Are you
a setup
familiar
like
with how this whole works yet? Have you looked at anything yet? Are people like planting stuff?
Where's your control panel?
It's right here.
Yeah, I know a little bit about basically. Let me see. Boom, boom. There they are. And I don't know if the symbols that you would be seeing are the same symbols that I would be seeing.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah. So the symbols
Ramen,
is
clover,
one thing.
clover, trophy.
Yeah, right now we haven't even touched that yet. It's
Okay.
just that's how it came installed. But
So-
we're currently just working on the genetic side of things for the clones.
Got it.
Are you
Well,
familiar with that whole process?
I know that it's at a stage in the growth that you should be able to trim off a clone. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Now,
You
for
have to
your-
like crossbreed and do this
Yeah.
and that, and like it's like gathering traits, yield traits, and essentially
yeah, it
you
seems
try
like
to find like the right setup for your climate. You know?
it seems like what I'm hearing is you seem to have to kind of spark a balance between, time of growth and the amount that you can.
Yeah, and I think it's the purpose that matters too, right? So
Yeah.
if you're trying to experiment with the recipes on the panel, then
Mhm.
you'd of course want to have clones with high growth rates. Who gives a
Sure.
fuck about the yield, right?
Yeah. Don't worry about that.
And then once
can
you have your recipes
tweak it.
and your right setup, which is also it's every house is different, and every person is different, so
You're
it's a whole
exactly
thing.
right. Your power profile is different.
and
Everything
then-
you're doing is different, right?
Yeah,
Your
and
climate
then you
is
have
different.
to. I know, and then you gotta get your fucking god clones that you use to mass produce for yield and a balanced and growth time to accommodate your scheduling and your things.
Oh yeah.
It's gotten pretty fucking cool now, brother.
Oh yeah.
You know?
It's gonna be a lot of work though, and like you hit the nail on the head. It seems like everyone's gonna have their own approach to it and what they do.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily gonna be what someone else does to get what they want. So, and that makes it spicy. That makes it
Yeah.
interesting. I will say I definitely have been hearing about like different quality levels and price per bag.
Yeah, I was part
there's-
of some testing that took place too, and I've heard some things from other people testing as well.
Yeah.
So it seems to be that the standing of your turf impacts the pricing of things, and the area of where you're selling also impacts on which flavor is preferred.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
there's like different cushions, right? There's Afghan, there's purple, there's pineapple express, there's fucking this, that, the other, and each of those all sell for different amounts on the streets.
I'm
And
hearing
I think
highs of 96 and lows of 40.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, the key is to kind of fast track yourself to the kush level of things and then fine tune the fucking flavor depending on the turf,
Yeah.
which also depends on the customers you're selling to. If you're not
Yeah.
doing it in-house. Which
Um,
eventually, right? Essentially,
exactly.
you can dedicate certain plots to different turfs,
Yep.
groups,
Yep.
whatever, if you're a distro. But if you're in-house for your own crew, then you just do whatever you need, right?
And so right now, you said you brought up another word, distro. The only way to really do distro right now is
Well, here's the thing.
chips.
So what I was told is that every time you grab a plant and harvest it, it essentially the ingredients you apply to it as you're harvesting, which is the flavoring, which is done on the pad.
Mhm.
You essentially you stamp your strain on the plant that you harvest, depending on what's on your chip and your pad in your pockets and what the pad is set at. So that the pad is flavoring and your chip will be the strain. So if you're doing distro, you could swap chips and essentially stamp up different labels, every harvest.
Exactly.
So there are people that I talk to that are kind of like essentially sharing notes in a way, but they're all like distro people. They sell to like 3, 4, or 5 gangs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's definitely people doing that.
Yes, I don't know as to what your like goal is, because I know that it's gonna be kind of hard to push other CG boys to sell on the block. Of course,
not everybody wants to push. It's true. But
it's hard, right?
Listen, my first and foremost goal is to make sure that the boys that do want to push have stuff in their hands, and at any point in time they can go push. But with that is gonna come issues with sometimes I'll have a surplus, probably more often than I want.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to tap dance around that one, because when I grow under my chip, it's not like I can just magically just offload that to somebody else. I mean, I can. They can go sell on our turf.
That's what I'm trying to think, right? So what if you bring in somebody random with a different chip and a different gang turf, right? So let's say, for example, right, for argument's sake, let's say you have 3 plots and you can only essentially push 2 plots full of, worth of plants.
Yeah.
So you have a 3rd plot full of plants that I guess, like you said, is surplus. So what if I then, for example, come in and pull those plants out with my chip and my things on me? Will it then have my strain on it?
I don't know that part.
That's interesting, right?
That part I don't know. But one thing I do know on the selling side is people, obviously before all this, before, we got all these new tools to grow indoors.
Yeah.
You can have people that are not part of your group, your HQ app, that also purchase the turf, and you can sell your strain to them, and they were able to make top dollar, the same amount as us, on our turf while not being on our app, but they're pushing our strain. Like, we can offload bricks to people. We were able to do that before. Assuming that that's still possible, there is the ability to sell to people and have them go down to like your selected turf and say, hey, go sell our bricks and you'll get X amount of money, and figure out a price point that works. But other than that, it's a lot of chip swapping. That's, it's really like, if you're going to do distro, like big, the people who are growing for multiple gangs, they have one of each of those gangs' chips so that they can grow for those gangs, right? Those groups, maybe not a gang, but like, organization, whatever you want to call it. So you either play ball that way, or you have another group get an HQ app, buy the turf, and then push your strain on their shit. But those people have to have no desire to push their own strain up. That would be purely for people that want to just get cash, right? So there are those people out there. Some people don't want to do everything that this entails, they just want to make the money. So I don't know. Listen, my goal is to grow for the boys, but I probably am gonna have more than the boys need. So what I do with that, I don't know. I gotta figure that out. I gotta tap dance around all that shit, and it's annoying as fuck.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's my issue. My issue is I'm always overproducing. It's not like a lack of productivity. It's not like a lack of product. It's always, I just have more than what people want to push. Boys are crackheads. They want to do 13 different things, and very quickly do people forget about weed. Now, I will say there's been a little bit of a change in tone once people are hearing about how much money you're making. The concept of spending less time on the block and making more money is very appealing. Like, Taco and Zolo are ready to hit the block.
I have an idea.
What do you think?
You know how there's other turfs that are currently thriving, i.e. Sandy, Cypress, whatever?
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Those aren't, if any, those have nothing to do with what you do, what I do. They're separate from us. They're essentially our competitors.
Of course.
When it comes to the turf game. So what if you and I, acquire a PC like the one that's not being used in my house right now?
Oh.
We make an HQ app. We think of a completely new, like, just like a gang with a turf and a label that doesn't actually exist. So when the time comes to then push and start conflict with other turfs to try and rival them, there's this magical gang that steps up and starts pushing this unknown new strain in vast amounts on those turfs. And that
would be sick.
Will be our surplus.
I mean, that would be pretty sick. Just a everybody plays ball strain, dude. A strain that's just available.
All you have to do, right?
You know?
Yeah, is you switch your chip whenever you, like, let's say half your grow goes to the boys, And you can kind of fine tune this based on how much they sell, and you can kind of read supply and demand.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while.
And
We gotta
all
get
your
set up.
surplus, you'll switch your chip to this new thing that we're doing, and then we'll have like product essentially under this new strain, ready to be used for like aggro. You know,
I mean, if
buying into
listen,
another turf.
Here's the deal.
Going there.
If the concept of like that's here's the deal. If competing with another strain and then allowing an opening for other strains to slide up in the rankings, if that affects price point, if that affects maybe the rate of sale, out, right? Things like that. I mean, if that affects those things, then I mean, I'd be very willing, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I'm interested in, because I know that the more volume is pushed on each turf is a good thing for the turf. But I think that the inner competition of the strains on set turfs, as you know, there has to be some variables there too that are.
We need data. Like we need data on that. That's a big a huge question mark. Is like if we start flooding and push out another strain, is that going to affect the bottom line of both of ours? The strain
it'll
that we're
make the
pushing
turf
out
very healthy, but it won't. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what it will do to the other strains that live there. Because there's a reason why. I mean, I can't check my fucking app because it proves as well. But there's a reason why other turfs have no competition and no one's spreading their successful strain to other turfs as well.
From what I'm hearing is because there's people that are pushing fucking all hours of the day. So that for this to work, we would have to have such a surplus and such a network that we could send troops in there to just push that shit. And those people have to be ready for the fucking the heat. You know what I mean? Because the moment that stuff starts flooding, those groups are going to be on notice. They're going to be going around scouting people's pockets.
Yeah.
You already know that's how that's going to work. So we have to find people that are ready to fucking go in there and actually cause a fucking ruckus.
And I definitely have a feeling that some of the guys in your end will be more inclined to push. There's a constant threat of being checked and being run up on.
Potentially, we might be able to get them involved. I mean, some of them might want the spice, but some of them might want to keep it, you know, maybe layered between us and proxy. So I don't know.
Yeah, that too.
The thing is, that's like a bigger discussion to be had, to be honest.
Yeah, no, exactly. You know, we're just fucking dreaming. You know, nothing is.
Well, the dream is that eventually, you know, the hard work that we put in, you know, brings windfalls back to, you know, our people. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, like, why are we putting in all this work and effort? You know, it's to fucking kind of climb that shit and get to the top, baby. See what's up there.
Yeah, because I definitely think that. I mean, my interest in this whole weed game is, besides getting something stable going for the group or whatever.
Well, that's my main goal.
I like the conflict that comes with it too when you rival turfs.
Well, that's always been a back burner interest. But for me, you know? I haven't been able to get to that point because it's been a matter of like figuring out how to optimize this shit, and then I wake up and then everything's different. The soil's different, blah, 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 blah. And then it's also on top of that motivating my boys. So it's like two different things working against each other. But now we're at a point where we might be able to get this thing going for real now. And if the money is what I'm hearing it is, there is definitely going to be incentive for a lot of people to play ball straight up. Yeah. And if that becomes a thing, then there's going to be more incentive to see what's at the end of that fucking tunnel, right? And the only way to do that is to fucking maybe chop a dick off or two. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to speak.
Well, I think we definitely should maintain like communication and see as to how things progress over the coming weeks.
I mean, I'll be transparent as fuck. I don't even have a space. We just got done got the breakdown from a few people today. What's that whole thing
on? Like, what's your plan with that? Like,
the plan. We're buying a space. We haven't got the money together yet. We're gonna get a property. Whether it's a house or warehouse, it just depends on what the real estate market provides.
I highly recommend a house, especially in Mirror Park. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because I have done all the stupid, annoying task at the beginning of checking out every building that's available.
Yeah, we're doing that.
There's different building types.
Yeah.
So I chose this building because this is the largest amount of space for the dollar in this area. And it is also a very easy place to do things like this in, because all the heat on this current region is taken away by Hydra and Kenishiro, who both reside in Mirror Park.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So you can kind of maintain a low profile if you so choose. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
and it's like we're pretty cool with at least Hydra. So it's like it's no, it all kind of works out that way. And I personally am cool with Kaneshiro, although the gang might not be entirely.
And we don't give a fuck about them, but like at the same time, we don't see them. On our end, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, wherever we move, there's probably gonna be some crackheadery moving in and out of it. So I don't know, we gotta pick the right place because we don't want to like draw heat to us, and we don't want to draw heat to other people and then have them get pissed and then draw heat back to us. So there's a little bit of like me, whenever I'm scouting these places, I'm paying attention to those things. Whether or not the boys are, I don't know, but I am. But the first primary goal is to get us up and running. We need to get our strain, Sam Gas, fully operational in this new controlled grow op setting. Once that's done and I am pumping out bricks steadily for the boys and I know what we got, then it's like, okay, I'm spending X amount of time on this. I have X amount of time left in the day that I can spend on this other project, boom, boom, and then I can sidestep. So basically, I can't tell you exactly how much I can contribute until I know how much I'm pumping for the boys. So it's gonna take about a week, probably. I would say about a week for me to figure this out.
Just focus on your own thing. I'm doing mine as well. It's nice to know that we're both in the same, we share this space, but in a healthy way.
Yes.
And I think we can help each other out because
I agree.
We're essentially going to be competing with all of the distros and like individual people trying to do the same thing that we're doing.
Yeah, I will say per turf though, like on our turf, obviously we have the dominant strain, and like we're getting, I definitely, before the indoor control grows became a thing, before we got all these tools and shit, people were telling me that there was a price difference, 2,000 roughly versus 1,300 a brick. So that's a $700 difference right there. If the amount of money you're making has gone up as much as I'm hearing, then that price variance, that price difference could be way bigger as well. There could be an ocean between the top pushers and the up and coming strains. We don't know. So we shall see. But listen, I'm down to, work together and like perfect what the fuck we're doing. If there's things that we can provide in terms of info, whatever, I'm always down. I'm always down to talk shop. Duh. Not a lot of people
the nice
tap
thing
into
is
this.
we can exchange clones too, because that's like, the first step, like caveat, and after that it becomes quality, but the quality is something you have to do yourself.
Okay, that would actually be sick to trade clones and like have them be like maybe different, like they work different for both of us, like type of thing. Like maybe you have a dog shit fucking strain, but maybe it's like god tier for me. I think
that the flavor strains and all that stuff, like panel stuff, is house bound. And it's like per person, like, so that's something that you kind of have to. Everyone that is, so for example, I can't take the pad to your house. I see what you mean. I see. Okay, so we have to do it within this. Yeah. We have to do in this controlled setup. This. So essentially, I would have to do all of my trial and error testing to get the right quality and the right strain and flavor through the pad. That's done with the plants.
Then I would probably have to do a separate batch of testing for my own personal self under the same roof.
Yeah.
I believe.
And the problem is that the thing that where I'm at now, because I started today with Jade, is all this shit. Look, these are like the seeds, right? And the seeds are the clones. So read some of them. See how it says like XXG,
so you've got the genetics written down on the labels.
Yeah. So these are things that we can exchange essentially.
Huge though.
So it's like, if let's say like you're and like, oh fuck, I have everything, but I'm missing like the my 1 and 2. Are I can't get a Y on the first 2 strain. For example.
I see what you mean.
I'd be like, I got one here that has YY and then whatever, and then that way we can kind of like fast track each other to getting the right clones, and that we can use that to fucking get our own personal perfected recipe.
Okay, no, I like that. That's actually sick.
You
got yourself a little seed bank. I would keep that thing fucking well protected. Goddamn.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the only thing right now that's just kind of like the startup. Once you get past that, then the hard part starts when it comes to, okay, how do we get what quality, what flavor, what this, that, and the other.
Yeah. And
because you and I are kind of late to it all. I started today, and you're starting like soon. So it's just something that I feel like it'd be nice if we can kind of fast track. We might
be a little late, but I know on my end, the boys, whenever I lay out something that they see money in, they go all in. And Kay already from the top is like, yo, I might sell a car to get this money, so we can get this spot. Like, he's out here like trying to hustle. So he might wake up tomorrow and it just might be a couple $100,000, closer to us getting a spot. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But our goal is definitely to get something about, you know, some, I would say this size, similar footprint, and just do very, very similar things. But bro, I'm telling you, yeah, getting everybody to want to push, we'll see. We'll see about that one.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, that's the hard part too, right? Find people you trust, because you gotta put them on the app, and they gotta sell. That's all that shit is just a headache. And I don't think, I know the boys, you know, as much as you do. Like, it's probably the only gang that's gonna really struggle with that part.
That part of it
requires all the micromanaging.
Everybody just like
people.
operates a little different. Yeah.
I'm through. I don't know if it's
okay. Now I am.
There you go. So I don't know. You know, luckily I have people that. We have so many motherfuckers like in the streets. Like the selling is not a problem.
Yeah. Listen, you know how our boys are. You do. They're just like they're almost like industrious in the way that they want to figure out how they can capitalize and offload a lot of the work, you know, to others, and they kind of build layers between them and, you know, getting their hands dirty. So we'll see how it goes this time though. Taco and Zolo, they want to do direct sales. Tugs, he'll want to do direct sales. So that's 3 right there, guaranteed.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Tugs is still in that mood. I tried to talk to him before, and he seemed a little.
How long ago was it? Was it after everything got better? Really?
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see how he feels.
If you follow me, hop on this hedge, climb, and then look at the rooftop and climb up. Through your eyes. Just to give you a perspective, okay? Because I've been inside every type of home. So, as you can see, like the rooftop over there, it's like You can see like the size, right?
Yeah.
This whole house is pretty much, and this is a garage, sure, but this is all inside the house. And then there's a little extended bit is also included. So essentially where you were earlier, here's where the storages were, and then the door is right over here.
Oh,
and you walk into the room, you know, you visualize it. So this is like a really big house for the money.
Yeah, you fucking killed it.
And then the house next door, that motherfucker is tiny.
I'm noticing there's some small
footprints. And it was the same price.
Holy.
You know?
Yeah, fuck that noise.
Yeah, so kind of let me know if you need help with that. I mean, I know cops now let you in to look inside and stuff.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. The boys are saying that.
But in Mirror Park, at least for your own reference, as you can see, the house across the street, that one, it's the same as this one. It's the same architect. It's just the best bang for your buck. And there's, I think, 2 or 3 more available like this.
Say fucking less. That's good to know.
You have to check that.
That's definitely a good piece of info. I'm gonna move that along tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll see.
All these houses, bro, they're all worth the same usually. Like, so I bought mine at like 382 before tax, and now it's like 440.
But bro, I mean, we're looking at things that are like 500, 600, 700. So it's like if we can trim a few $100,000 off, I mean, hey, we're in the game, baby.
I mean, we also have a warehouse that's like close. It was like a mill, but
well, that's we've been looking at warehouses.
I recommend staying away from warehouses.
I think so, yeah.
Because once they're hot. Bro, it's just fucked. On top of that too, warehouses. So Jade used to be like DOJ, and she has all the know-how about things like this.
Okay.
And she's very afraid of warehouses turning into things that require like business purposes, and like you'd have to be able to articulate as to why this, that, and the other. So you know, you better hide that fucking thing and have a real good reason to have one of those places, you know?
Got it. Like I already have something going on to where like if you were maybe see, but that's the thing. Then that really muddies it up because dude, you can't just say you're a business anymore. You know, like there's legislation against that.
You need to get a license, right? You can't be a felon. On top of that, you know, which now you can help out with chases.
So how are you going to articulate a reason to have a warehouse without trying to say you run a business, which you don't have?
There's a bunch of stuff, right? Like I said, you can't be a felon. On top of that, you need to maintain your license if that becomes a thing. And there's also things where
big dog construction
things happening where you don't want all your stuff in one basket, because once that thing gets burned, because although you know the guys are good at what they're doing, they're also very reckless and like oversight in some ways. So like they can easily burn your shit, and if the doors gets kicked in, now your whole op is fucking foundational. After you get back to scratch.
Yeah, you really are.
Now your clones are gone. All your hard work is gone. You got to redo the whole process of figuring out your recipe.
Yes.
All your time spent perfecting your climate down there is now like you have to start all over again.
I definitely think there's value in having someone that's clean for sure these days. Seems like there's definitely some significant value there. So I'm gonna be playing that angle and see if we can maybe get someone else's name under the place we buy.
Yeah, just my recommendations, I guess. Do as you guys please, but I think the money you spend on a warehouse, it's better to just buy 2 lower properties.
Listen, I definitely like fuck with what you're saying. I appreciate the heads up on that, and that's definitely something I'm gonna communicate. We'll see what the boys ultimately want to do, because listen, I've invested a lot of my own money and time into weed, and I kind of like put on the boys. I was like, listen, if we're gonna really do this, I need everyone throwing in on this, and like y'all gotta help me lead the charge on this shit. Like I can't do it again.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna burn me out.
Could we go to Creepseed while we
Sure.
chit chat?
No.
You can do your throwing thing, whatever.
Oh, I mean, I'm just chilling.
Past Creepseed anyway.
Yeah, I'm just chilling.
But I need to get the get a heater real quick.
Okay.
Just stop at an ATM. I'll get some cash.
Yeah.
It's like $250. That's kind of why I woke up. Because shit broke, and then I want to make sure that it's working again, so they can.
So you have to have all 3 components for it to kind of grow properly.
Wait, so sorry?
I'm assuming you have to have all 3 components for it to grow properly.
Yeah. So you need. Okay, so the wheat tables for cutting up bricks. The sink is a must. First step. You need water.
Got it. Makes sense.
I can probably, get some buckets and get you some water if you don't have a sink yet.
We're gonna go all in on all that shit, I'm sure.
Yeah, buy a sink from Pigeon. I think I'm sure you guys would do the same. It starts with 8K.
I mean, can I just go buy? Is he getting them from the place I'm about to go, or?
No, you can't. No, that's
What?
furniture shit.
Furniture shit. No.
Yeah, it's a one. People were charging motherfuckers 25K for a sink.
Holy shit.
It probably costs $1,000 to make it.
That's insane.
It's just a bottleneck. So get your sink from Pigeon. That's your first step. Then buy your
$25,000 for a fucking sink, and it costs $1,000 to make.
Probably, yeah. I mean, that's how it's been. This whole city is fucked on scarcity. Everything is overpriced because things are limited. So
Well, and people are like, a lot of people know that things are limited, and it's almost like they play it up, So it's like,
you know the large storage crates that are like 12K?
yeah.
They cost 2K to make.
I mean, that's egregious, bro. That's crazy price gouging.
Mass bought storages because you need them.
Listen, usually, I would say like.
So, by the way, I don't know how much it takes to make the sink. I'm just assuming based on other things like furniture based that are like that.
Oh,
so
okay.
I don't know how much Pigeon actually needs to make it.
Fair enough.
I know he does like an 8K for a sink compared to elsewhere is a good deal.
Does he do it, or does he have other people that do it for him?
He does it.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. So people were. So for example, Kyle bought a sink from Pigeon, I think, and then sold it and made 8K profit on it. He sold it for like 15, 16 the next day.
That's crazy. Bro, I'm gonna be honest. I must be like a bad hustler, a bad businessman, because I could never see myself gouging anybody that much. Unless I was like, unless I hated that person. Like, god damn.
Yeah, it's fucked.
I'm just like, my brain works differently. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
That's
swing back
wild.
Grimsheet guys. I get you some money first.
Yeah, we're gonna stop there, 100%.
I'm probably gonna buy 3. Oh, no, sorry, buy 2. So if one breaks again, I have an extra.
Yeah.
I'm very ready, I can buy it. I just don't know. I don't know how the rep shit works or not. I hope that when I start putting plans into the plots, my rep goes up. But
Yeah, hopefully
I'm
you're
not the
building
one growing
rep.
it, though.
Exactly, because
Yeah,
I know
so-
outdoors, you could build it, but I don't know about the indoor stuff.
Yeah.
Good clash, actually. That's like a good point. That would suck if you have to grow a bunch of dog ass outside for no reason. Like, straight up, dude. It'd be really bad.
Fuck, bro. What was I gonna say?
I just like from my perspective, I feel like this is like round 3. All right, let's go try again with the weed shit. Like I feel like it's been like shit's been kind of like revamped. We've reinvented the wheel a few times, and like I'm really hoping this shit sticks now and we can just like plan.
Yesterday, people were getting 10 baggies per brick.
That's
and then we woke up today and
I
we
heard
were 28.
I heard it was really bad, bro.
So it's like, bro, it's just an ever-changing shit, you know?
Yeah.
I definitely think that the way we've been doing it now is it's good because, you know, the guy I spoke to that taught me most of this stuff before I started, you know, this motherfucker is already like 100K in just getting to this point.
That's what I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, there's a few people who they were around whenever, you know, all this stuff got shipped in for us to get started on this new endeavor, and they've done a lot of the groundwork. It's like, dude, I'm not mad about being a little late on it, right? Like, I'm chilling.
Yeah, that's true. I just feel bad because I know what you're like, and the amount of passion and stuff you'll put into this, like the return on it is just, you know, you deserve to be like on a turf that's like fucking thriving, you know, and being like that dude.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully
it's rough.
Well, that's my goal is to like get the boys dialed in and excited for this. If I can't do it with this,
Is that enough? Am I stupid? Oh my dumbass,
it's 250.
bro. I thought it was 150. Yeah, this buy it. Oh, fuck, I can wait to the fucking ATM.
I have $400 on me. I have 400.
I just give you 500. Yeah, I meant to give you more.
Oh,
I guess
okay.
just go back to the ATM.
I have an extra 200 in my wallet, I think.
Oh yeah, just buy 2 then, and I'll just give you the money in a sec.
Yeah, it's all good. Weed heater, $250.
That's right.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so to start, you will need a plot, the water filtration system, a heater, and 4 lights, and then a control panel.
Okay.
So essentially everything. I mean, I guess you need a table too to cut it up. It doesn't.
Yeah, you're gonna.
So
Yeah. I'm
just
gonna
buy
have to
one
have
of fucking each, and have 4 lamps.
Yeah, I was
each
hearing you
lamp.
say it's about like a 10K setup usually, like around that, 10K ish, which is fine.
So I think Ming bought the full setup, and he spent 13K on one like plot fully decked.
13. Okay, got it. Fully decked though. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm pretty much expecting that, like, for the next week, all the money I make is just gonna get dumped into this, and it's fine, whatever. I already have a car, like, I already own stuff, so I'm chilling. But yeah,
Just
I don't know. I'm a little nervous. But
Here's the thing, okay? Let's do it like this. If you have surplus, let's experiment, and once I get my chip back and things figured out, I'll come over, I'll rip one of the plants out and see if I can put my shit on one of your plants.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
if that's the case, I can just purchase the surplus off of you and label it as my own.
Yeah, that'd be so sick, dude. I mean, if there's ways for us to like coordinate like that, that could be really good. So
And that way I don't need to be on your
anyway,
app, I don't need to be on your house, I don't need keys, you just let me in, I'll just grab the plants out of your plot with my chip on me, and that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like I said, the control panel is tied to your house. I don't have to even touch that thing.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you can look at it.
So let's say
but
like
you can't
after
do
like a
anything.
week of growing, you realize, okay, they're pushing around 2 plots worth of product, and I'm growing on 4. You know what I'm saying? I can then come in and just, sure, it'll be delayed because you'll need to be around to do it.
But as long as I know it's going somewhere, and like, dude,
yeah,
I just don't want to waste my efforts, bro. Like, I hate that.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I feel like if it does work out that way, it's gonna be very easy for us to make that shit work. If it doesn't, then there's still ways for us to make shit work.
I think the majority of your expenses, because right now it's $50 a seed. If you get the right clone,
Well,
you can just keep cloning those.
Yeah, exactly.
The bricks, you're making them essentially for $50 a brick.
Well, you're not considering your power bill.
That's the thing. I think all the expenses are going to be in that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, after investing into the equipment necessary.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So,
you got to make your money back when you
and I think that's why right now, another thing we need to figure out, we need to get some fucking solar panels going.
Yeah, we got one set on the house, but we don't have a grow set up. Like, that's just for.
I was told, also, this is not, I'm not sure if this is concrete. This is just rumors between the people that are selling solar panels. The guys that are selling panels are saying that it limits to 3 per house.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
So
limitation.
I'm not sure if that is true. could just be like a thing that they're using to sell and like some strategy that they're applying. But
Yeah.
if that's true, then yeah.
I'm wondering like, okay, oops, I'll pass it. I'm wondering about like, so if you buy a warehouse, you can't use solar panels, right? Because where would you put the solar panels? On top of the fucking warehouse? Can you do that? Really?
Yeah, you can.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
we have one.
interesting. I didn't know that. That's crazy.
But the weird thing is, if you go to the fuse box, so here's the weird thing. When you put a panel up, it ups your fucking consumption.
Oh, what? Okay.
So it's really confusing.
So it's like the panel itself consumes power, but then it also generates it to offset that power it consumes? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's very confusing.
Yeah, that is very odd. I don't know. I haven't tapped into the electric grid shit, and I probably won't. I'll probably just have other people that are smarter than me do that stuff. Fuck that. Some people gotta specialize in some shit, and I don't gotta know about that. Also don't have the patience. Yeah, I feel like all my patience is gonna be gobbled up in this. Like, I don't see myself splitting my shit in between a bunch of stuff. At least not yet. Not right now.
Yeah. The thing is that I will say is that right now, it's a little rough because we have like 6 properties and we have like most of our product right now is coming from a distro dude. Like there's a bunch of things that are just up in the air, and this building and what I just showed you all going to our group is not even like solid yet or concrete. Like it's not even decided.
I mean, we gotta start. We can't get ahead of ourselves, right?
It's just annoying because just to give you some info, like, bro, Ming and I are trying to advocate for doing everything self-sufficiently and like, you know, not having to rely on other people on the outside. But that's just what it is right now. So
it's hard though. Like right now in this economy, it's almost like there are certain things. It feels like when you don't work with other people or other people that, I don't know, I just feel like you get punished at times. There are times that you do. Now, I think it's fully possible to be completely autonomous as a group, but
yeah,
you're gonna have to put time in. Like your group's gotta put time in.
Just know, bro, if for some reason the op I'm showing you, like in my house, isn't dedicated to my gang and I'm gonna be independently doing this, which I think I'll find this out today or tomorrow, like later on in the next storm.
Yeah.
If I find this out in the coming days, essentially, and I become independent again, I really would not mind and sitting down with Jade and talking to her, because I shared hours with her, and just fucking bringing you in, and then we'll just do shit our way.
That'd be sick. Yeah, I'd be
that
down.
Way it saves you a place, and then, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think the boys are always gonna want to get another place. The boys want to do it. Like dude, this is K we're talking about. He's gonna want to do it big. Like, I have a feeling he's gonna want to do it big, but I want to do way more than just supply our boys. So again, that's why I want to do this. I would love to like have another project where, you know, whenever I clock out with fucking CG, I fucking come over here. We got another fucking passion project we're working on.
I mean, just so you know, bro, like Rami used to live in my house with me here. Just that was before I renovated the place for this current, you know, thing. So if this thing falls through, then, you know, I'm never gonna fuck over CG. And they've always been good to me.
Dude, bro, like we've go back so fucking far. Like, we have like some of our boys are like crackheads, sure, but like that's never something that can't be solved. Like whenever, you know, the people who've known each other for years get together and just shoot the shit. You know what I mean?
I'm just telling you, like, if I kind of get fucked out of this and my house is not being used for the gang anymore, I'm gonna do this shit independently, and I'd love to tag along with you, and we'll just fucking go crazy. Yeah. And we can have this building, and we can have the big house. And then if the big warehouse, because that's the risky one, right? If that one gets busted down one day, we're never reset fully. We always have this still burning, you know?
Yeah, I'm with it. I feel like having options is going to be big when it comes to property in this market, in this business.
Yeah.
There's going to need to be flexibility. And at times, there might be times where we're going to have to come with a whole squad and uproot our entire operations and clear a house out. These are things that we got to, you know, be mentally prepared for. And you got to do it with the right people. So you're the right people.
Figure out your stuff on your end.
Yeah.
Keep me updated. I'll do the same with mine, and then we'll talk again coming days, and we'll see how it goes. Okay.
All right. Say less.
But I'm excited though, man.
Goddamn right. Hey, it's
All right, brother. If you survive the storm,
Yep.
hey, I love you, brother. You be safe, okay?
Later, baby.
Later, man.
So what we're finding out today, chat, is that we have options when it comes to this. I think people know that, like, I've put a lot of time into weed in GTA Roleplay. And as a result, people also are seeing a workload in front of them with figuring out this weed shit. I feel like people know that I'm the type of person that's down to put time in to figure it out. And in that, options are arising, right? We got Pigeon reaching out, which we're tied in with Pigeon on distro. We got Julian reaching out, who wants to basically at some point get to a point where we can cause a little bit of chaos and conflict in the world and see how we can shake things up. So those are two different options. It's like a devil and an angel situation almost, like. And it's so funny because the way Julian, like, oh shit, oh, it's Storm. The way Julian talks and stuff, like, you would think he's the angel in this situation. He's such a nice guy, and he's like, he's always gonna say like the right thing, and that's a good thing, like, because he's not blowing smoke either. He's genuine about it, but he wants to do some devil type shit. He wants to fucking get this other strain and cause some fucking, you know, some static in a completely other turf. The whole reason behind growing a strain with him would be for the smoke. That's sick. I like that concept. But I do think that that's a few steps down the line after we perfect what we're going to do with the boys. You know what I mean? So, and that's why I keep saying we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. So we'll figure out what we got to do to make sure that the boys are supplied. Work on the first plan with Pigeon and get the distro line set up. Make sure all that stuff's clockwork. And then, like I said, when I clock out of the little CG fucking warehouse wherever we're gonna be growing, hit up Julian. Yo, what's good, dude? What's some bushes looking like? What's some bushes looking like, bro? Let me come over and let's get that going. So that could be cool. Yeah, a lot of good RP can come from this, and maybe we can finally shake up the weed world and not have the same two gangs fighting for weed supremacy back and forth. Maybe we can slip a third or fourth in there to really fuck it up.